Hey everybody, it's Monday the 6th of July 2026 at 2:30 p.m., 77 degrees. We're in Brighton at Oak Square. And here you can see it was named after the great white oak that once stood on its center, the largest oak tree in Massachusetts. Reverend John Eliot, the apostle of the Indians, preached to the local natives under this massive tree in the 1640s. If it's your first time, this is the why. No, this is kind of one of the things we do. We walk around and explore different areas. Some are bustling, skyscrapers and people going to and fro. Some are neighborhood walks, like this one. We're in the Brighton neighborhood, headed into the town of Newton, depending on how far I make it with this plate with 11 screws in my left ankle. There is a buy me a coffee link if you want to assist travel away from Eastern Mass, because I'm a retired vet who's also disabled and on a fixed income. So, having said that, the important thing is like and subscribe. So like I said, we're in Oak Square, and we're going over there by the Faneuil branch of the Boston Public Library. After all this traffic passes, buses pulling over, so I have the right of way. It's kind of nice that Massachusetts does that. Back home in Indiana. Because I went the other way in the last video, or maybe the first one from today. We'll just wait and let him back in. And then we're going to go up a hill, which, since I was in a wheelchair for 2 months in the winter and then I'm breaking my ankle, hence the 11 screws. The flat ground is just fine. The hills can send my heart rate soaring, so we'll see what happens on this hill. I have an Apple Watch, so it tracks my heart rate. Oh, I haven't said on this video yet, it may already be past by the time you see this. This coming Saturday, July 11th, Sail Boston, which is we expect 4 million people, right? Since last time, 6 years ago, I think, was 2 million. It's the 250th, I think it's 20-something countries, over 100 ships, I think. I could be wrong. The good news is, I paid for a seat in the grandstands to get the best view for the camera, and they narrate it. I have to figure out how early to get there to try to get a very good seat for recording, either like front row or on the end. We'll see. Because if I sit behind somebody, the camera tends to focus on the back of their head, not the things off in the distance. told you about the heart rate. Yeah, it's 140, so I guess they're down. Maybe stop for a minute. Vegetable garden? Not doing well. Oh, we're in a very severe drought. Like over 10 inches behind for the year. So the 1 to 2 inches coming is what the doctor called for. There's a hill near my apartment that is about twice as steep as this, and I haven't even tried it. There's a small grade that comes up to the garage door for our apartment building, and I go in there. If I start up the big hill to the driveway, which I've been doing lately, it was sending it above 140, but not anymore. 141 right now. So trash cans, that's recycling, as you can see. Once upon a time, it was hot like it had been here this last week. And at that time, it was like 6 years ago, I like to get out and go for walks like this. Didn't have a camera yet, but I would not go out until the temperature got below 80 degrees. So sometimes that was 10 o'clock at night. Old church. They should convert it to housing. They're doing that at least one that I saw. Oh, story. So I was out late at night. It was after dark. And I walked up about this far away from that trash can. And there were two of them right next to each other. Out of both of them jumped rats, and then they went around and hid under the house. I walked in the middle of the street for the rest of that walk. At least down that neighborhood where the trash cans were on the sidewalk. Yeah, not fun. I don't like rats. It's one thing to, once you grow in your science class lab back in high school, biology, and you raised mice to feed to the snake. Those kind of rats, I'd be okay with. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but you always wanted to be the kid that fed it. We had neighbors with a piranha, but every time they tried to feed it, it wouldn't eat. When I was over there. Long time ago. Well, that would be a nice view from those top stories, sort of. If you gotta look at houses, they're not right up against you. I have a little courtyard, and then there's a wooded area. Oh, we made it to the top of the hill. And I didn't die. That's why I didn't go out when it was so hot. luxury single-family homes. So you can tell that it's more, those homes are split into apartments. There's the mailman. I would be singing. Never tried to get a job with the post office. Looking back in history, I maybe should have. Anyway, oh, that looks nice. It's a whole new development. Nina Way. Let's see if we have. Oh, look at the house over there. Alright, we're still in Washington. It hasn't changed over yet. We're heading towards the Mass Pike, I-90. It's a turnpike toll road. And we talked to, every time I see these, I tell you about them. You rent them by the half hour or the day, and then you drop it off wherever your destination is, because they're everywhere. Some people ride them to work. I don't know what you do when there's not any bikes at the station. Take the bus. Oh yeah, look at that house. It's really pretty, isn't it? The ornate decorations. There's an app that I do sometimes. It's called Field Agent. You can make a few extra bucks. It's like finding money on the sidewalk. One of the little tasks that they have you do is go take 3 pictures of a house, like that one, for insurance purposes, so that if they're trying to insure the house, they can see there's no damage existing, so they can't claim it later. I think now a lot of places do it with drones, but then you replace their faded black. Here's the house from the front. What do you think? Nice? Would you live there? I most certainly would. Even just by myself. I'd hire a maid. But I have yet to win the lottery, so. Alright, so here we pass into Newton Corner, a village of Newton. So Newton's a different town next to Boston. So we've just passed out of Boston, the Brighton neighborhood, and we're in Newton. I definitely haven't been down here. That's another pretty house. And from that, like, window kind of, I bet that's a stairway or something. I don't know. And then this one's nice too. Big houses. See, I always look to see how many people live there by how many mailboxes there are. Like, I think these are all going to be single family. Oh, big hill going down. Oh yeah, I like that one too. These are like little McMansions, aren't they? Oh, I bet these go for well over $1 million. Well over. Let me look it up on Zillow. Elmhurst Road and Washington Street. Houses everywhere. Look at, well, I'm not going to say the address that way. Oh, and they've got the stone driveway and the round window. When I was a teenager, I had my own ideas for how I wanted a house. And one of the things I wanted was a tubular aquarium that went all the way, like, along the inside wall through the house into all the first floor rooms. I think it'd be neat. Because if you have an open floor plan, you can just put it in the middle instead of the kitchen. Anybody need a couch? Boston is a hotbed for bed bugs, so don't do it. Ooh, I like this one too, the stone. We got a stone house. I think it was where we had horses. I lived 6 places through 1st to 6th grade, so it's not good for your life. Daisies. I'm coming up on 2 miles. If you hear me humming or singing terribly, it's because I listen to music when I walk. So. I'm listening to Savage Garden. If you don't know who they are, you can look it up. Some of you are too young. I saw them at the Indiana State Fair, which was a real state fair. Grassmere and Washington Street. My great aunt, God rest her soul, she would have pronounced it Washington Street because she's an Indiana hillbilly. Ooh, look at this back in these woods. Oh, I would like that. You get like the trees to give you a little bit of privacy as I'm shooting the camera down your sidewalk. Ooh, and the house is pretty too. See, that was new. Black and white. But it fit, you know what? It fits. It's got the same kind of character with 2 stories. The porches are nicer. The garages are nicer. But they're ready for. I got to chop the wood as a kid, not my brother. I wonder if he had to do it after I left for the military. Probably not. Hydrangeas are beautiful. What are those? Lilies? What kind? Who can tell me? Who's an ornithologist? Bees? A lot of the flowers that are here, you can go to different public places and they have little bee feeding places. Copley Street in Washington. Sorry, hiccup slightly. Oh, look at that lovely backyard. Oh, wow. Is it cool? I can't tell. Ooh. I like that too. It's got, oh, look at that. Is that another apartment? It kind of looks like maybe a garage apartment or something. I lived in one. It was in a blizzard, terribly cold, and it didn't have heat. Little gas heater and the stove kept me and the landlord warm because he didn't have gas and the power went out. So, yeah, interesting place. But it was cheap. And it was down the block from where I worked. More architecture. A maple tree. Alright, so we're right about 20 minutes where I like to cut these off. So I'm going to bid you adieu. Tell you all until next time. Love you.